My name is Gabriel Odhiambo Achaya. I'm the country coordinator for Africa Youth Leadership Forum. AYLF has been around in Kenya since 2008. Over the years, we've seen a lot of young people coming into AYLF and committing to work with each other, to be intentional with each other, to learn from each other, and even the humility to listen to one another.
It has meant so much to me to lead a small group at Strathmore University, because given that the aim of African Youth Leadership Forum is to create a new wave of leadership in Africa, which equips you with a lot of leadership skills, and as they say, he who learns teaches. So when you go back to your small group, you get a very good opportunity of sharing the same with your members.
We've also seen those ones who get a sense of purpose and vision through conversations with each other, peer mentorship, where they challenge one another on the things they'd like to be known for, the things they'd like to do in their lives to add value in the community. So some of them have been able to capture some visions, grow themselves in a way that probably they would not have done so. We've also seen a number of them getting reconciled to each other.
Being a small group coordinator in Riara University made me to see the sense of intentional relationships that AYLF really advocates for, and the kind of vulnerability that you get once you get to connect with guys at your small group level, at that level. You know, for you to impact a group of people, you can lead everyone, but then you cannot impact them personally unless you have a small group of people that keep you in check. And this for me has been my small group, and that's why I was so passionate to go up Mount Kenya for this reason, because of the kind of transformation that has been ongoing in the small groups. For instance, in my Riara University small group, we have 15 members, and I can tell you each of them has their unique story and the kind of transformation that has happened in their lives since they started connecting and since they started being part of AYLF in their lives.
Train them and we equip and build the capacity of our coordinators so they can be able to transfer this. In other words, we call it reproduce leaders. Reproduce other leaders in the group, that whatever they're going through, whatever they're learning, they can be able to let others also go through it, learn it, like pass on the baton.
I've gotten an opportunity to not only lead but also grow as a leader, which I believe is going to have a lot of impact, not only right now as a youth, but also in future when I'll be in different leadership positions. And I believe that one of the things that has been very instrumental in my journey is that African Youth Leadership Forum has put in place training and seminars.
Our work in Kenya is we target universities, and there are many universities in this country. I think the last I checked, there are almost 70 universities in Kenya, for example.
Every week they meet in the universities once a week, and they're able to sit down and speak about conversations that really matter to them. Now, our organization really focuses on value-based leadership. They're able to look at leadership, they're able to look at friendship. Now, the small groups helps us to be able to make sure that we get formidable friendships in the universities, where young people can be able to speak out their problems. They can be able to speak out about matters that are affecting them.
One of our members contemplated committing suicide. We as small group members, we are not experts in matters depression or mental health, but we were there for her. We were there like friends that she could confide with. We were able to create that vulnerability amongst ourselves, that it was easy for her to even vent out to us. And we walked with her the journey until we detoxed the idea that suicide is the way to vent out.
I have to say that the friendship that they have been making over the universities has been amazing, because young people can now be able to speak about problems they have been entangled in. They can be able to support each other.
Being a university setting, there's a lot of challenges with students, programming, calendar, academic calendars, and just synchronizing all that to be able to have something more sustainable. It's a challenge. Another challenge, of course, is resources to keep these groups running, to be able to make them be more sustainable, some of the students, after they meet for a while, they have a desire to go do something together. This could be either to give back to the community. This could be able to bring a transformational thing, do something that really transforms their communities or their university for better. So sometimes it's a challenge in how to raise resources to make this happen.
Katika AYLF tunajua kuwa hatubagui dini. Sisi dini zote za kuja na za karibishwa. Iwe Waislamu, iwe Wakristo, iwe Wahindi, wote tunawakubali.
Basically, the small groups have really transformed the lives of many students in my university.
Our desire is to have small group in each university, and sometimes you find in some universities the small groups you'll find in one university you might have 1 to 2, 3 small groups.
I was just imagining that AYLF currently is in 25 universities. How far can we really spread our wings as AYLF? If resources were made available to us, how far could we have gone? How far can we impact on people?
This work requires funds, because every now and then when these students meet in a small group, we make sure that they are facilitated to meet in terms of they're able to share something together, be it a glass of juice, just some refreshments as they meet. And also when the people who coordinate the work need money to be able to call, to mobilize, like airtime, they need materials, they photocopy materials that they need to be able to use in the meeting. And so to resource all that, it needs money. And so it's important that then we're able to find where that resources can come from. Occasionally the students do chip in, and that is more than welcome always. But again, considering they're going through their financial challenges, it's not practical to expect that they'll be able to chip in every now and then to do or to cover all these expenses. And that's why as AYLF, we go out of our way to fundraise, to be able to provide something to subsidize for them when they meet. They can then be able to share a meal together, they can be able to have materials to study together, they can then be able to have logistical support in terms of we need to photocopy something, we need to call people, we need to reach out to people. Sometimes they need to travel to a particular point to do research on something. And so all that needs money. And that's why we need the resources, we need funds to enable that process to happen.